What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol COIN for Coinbase Global. On the left-hand side, we do have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this is a stock that I watch not regularly, but often enough to already have the chart marked up a little bit, so we're not going to start with the daily roadmap. I've kind of already got that in play here. We might also add that this is resistance up overhead, of course, but taking a look at the pattern from the daily, that's where things get a little bit more interesting. Of course, we're kind of looking at a very sloppy bull flag. In my estimation, the first thing that kind of happened here, this was kind of the bull flag, right? And when it started to break, in my estimation, kind of should have went a little bit further than it did, not fall back down inside of range here. So the danger is, in this type of scenario, is the fact that we could get a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern, right? So you're on high alert for that second shoulder to form if it wants to give us a slight pop and then drop one more time back down into this 305.90, 306-ish area, if you like using nice round numbers. So that's the danger of the sort of failed bull flag breakout pattern. So keep that on your radar. I'm not saying it has to pan out that way, but if it were to pan out, again, where's the target? Well, a breakdown of this kind of puts back into play down here at 280.50. Now, am I advocating that it gets there all in one day? No, but it certainly could, right? It's proven to us in the past that its ranges can be quite volatile to the up and downside. You can see some of these days back here, very, very aggressive to the downside. So again, could it happen in a day? It could. Probably not likely, but it could, okay? So just keep that on your radar. The next thing to keep on your radar is the fact that earnings are around the corner as well, and that will throw a wrench in whatever directional analysis we do here. Also note that this is obviously very closely tied to whatever the crypto market is doing. So Shiba Inu, absolutely on fire past couple of days, but obviously the coin, as in this coin right here, is not responding too well to that. This, really depends on the larger things like the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, all of that stuff kind of running in sync to the upside, okay? So that's sort of my 2 cents on the daily pattern in terms of 30-minute levels to be paying attention to as well. The first thing I would say is that in the post market, very widespread, okay? So that's not really too useful to look at. 310.50 by 312. So it's like, are we here or are we up here? Who really knows? But basically opening inside of range towards the lower third of the range, lower half, even if you just want to split it like this, lower half of the range. So basically the risk is here still at that 306, which you've identified from the daily time frame. If it breaks, basically walking down to these levels first before getting ahead of ourselves and really looking for that 280.50. So I would note that this is your sort of first target on a breakdown at 294.75. Anything underneath, that's kind of where that door unlocks. I guess here as well is kind of a small support at 290, but really again, it's 280.54 on the larger break of this. Could potentially take us there. So again, maybe not all in a day, but certainly over the course of time, extremely reasonable here inside of Coinbase. To the upside, if it does want to break out, obviously it would need to break up and over that 330-ish zone, we'll call it just for round number's sake, and scrunching the chart up, we can see that there is some obviously volatility from when the coin actually IPO'd, and I keep saying the coin, but that's of course in reference to Coinbase. That's when it IPO'd back here around 350, I would call the next major area of resistance coming from 347, a little bit shy. If we zoom in on that section of the chart, you can see some of these highs from in there. We would also want to note where the opening print was here at 380. As we always know with new IPOs, that is a number to be paying attention to. Whoever bought it on the open, essentially, that's their entry price, okay? So we would expect a little bit of overhead supply at that number, 380, of course, as we've just discussed. So that's really going to wrap up the analysis. Again, I think the danger here is kind of the fake break of this bull flag and potential for an inverted, or excuse me, not inverted, but a regular head and shoulders to take us lower. So that would really be my concern about the stock. If it wants to hold up, we did discuss upside targets as well. That's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything new today, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.